What's your soul saying? Oh.
Welcome to my channel, Aligning with My Soul. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you to all of you for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and commenting and sharing your love and taking the time to comment and share how you've been feeling and what you've been through so far on your journey. It really does mean the world to me, and thank you so much to everybody that's been paying into PayPal and supporting me. It blows me away, your kindness and your love and encouragement, and it makes me so excited about how my channel is unfolding and where it's heading, so thank you so much. If you've come to my channel quite frequently, you might want to just skip it to the masculine reading, but the purpose of this channel, if you are new, is me sharing my love, support to people that are in the same or similar situation to me, because it can be so lonely and confusing, and you feel quite lost at times, and I want to be able to support people and share the knowledge and understanding of what I've learned so far on my journey, and what I learn as my journey unfolds as well. I was triggered by my twin flame, so I'm currently on my spiritual journey, aligning with my soul. The more confident I get, I will be sharing more of how my journey started and more of how it unfolds, and I'll be doing talks, and I've got lots of ideas of what I want to be able to share with you guys. I did actually meet my Divine Masculine on YouTube. I've actually got a video on YouTube the day that I actually met my Divine Masculine. So I want to be able to share that with you one day as my journey unfolds. And I've recently done a video sharing my face, and so if you feel like you want to be more connected to me and you want to know more about me, I've recently done a video explaining a bit about myself and some of the obstacles and challenges, what I've been through so far and what I'm still faced with, and what I'm working through. So that's in the description box down below, so if you want to check that out. This channel is for people that as well that are in some kind of challenge or separation, but I like to say preparation, because you are one soul, so you're never apart. You're just not with the physical person. You're both preparing on your spiritual journey, so you can come back together as one. I'm currently in preparation with my Divine Masculine. I haven't seen the physical person for 2 years, but there's been on and off communication. So I know what it's like to be ghosted and for your Divine Masculine to go silent on you. But recently I've had quite a lot of communication. There was supposed to be a reunion as well about 4 weeks ago, but with what's going on at the moment with COVID, and God blocked it for a reason as well, because obviously my Divine Masculine's not ready and I'm not ready as well, so we're still preparing, but there is communication. But I did experience like 3 or 4 weeks, it's about 3.5 weeks of silent and being ghosted, so I do know what it's like, and it can be really uncomfortable and challenging, but it's all good because it's all movement forwards, and it's preparing us when we're in separation, or preparation as I like to call it. It's preparing us to become better versions of ourselves, so we can come back together as one. So I do masculine oracle card readings because it's usually the feminines that are really interested in this kind of video. That's mainly my audience, so that's why I do masculine energy, and I know how sometimes we really do need some guidance of what is going on. So that's why I do masculine oracle card readings, and my readings are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you click on the video. So if the message resonates to you, that's really good. But again, if none of my messages mean anything to you, or you don't have any understanding of what I'm saying, and it doesn't fit into your situation, don't try and make it fit, because otherwise you'll confuse yourself. I do use the labels Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, him, her, he, she, because that's how I channel. It's easier for you to understand and it's easier for me to say. I realise it's only energy, but it's just easier for me to channel like that. So I hope you're going to enjoy my reading today. I hope you guys are all really well today and you're coping with whatever situation you're currently in, and you're staying focused and you're happy and well. Today I'm going to be using Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Recently, Divine Masculine, there's always movement forwards, and it's been really exciting because they're in a better energy. They've experienced a very painful, uncomfortable time in the last few weeks, but they're actually coming out of that now, and their love and how they're feeling towards you is quite intense at the moment, the energy. So I'm really excited about doing the reading today. So I like to do a daily reading because energy changes all the time, as you know yourself. You could be feeling one thing 1 minute and then you could feel completely different the next. So that's why it's really important to tap into the energy of the masculine to see how they're progressing. I'm going to keep shuffling because I need a good shuffle. But I hope you guys are coping with the energy at the moment because it is very intense. I'm feeling okay at the moment, feeling quite positive and coping with the energy. I'm trying to stay focused on myself, so things are really looking up at the moment for me because I'm focusing on myself and I'm trusting in God. So let's see what's going on with Divine Masculines. What's their message for persons watching? Masculine's energy today. Nice clear message. Mending. Yeah. He's mending. Divine Masculines are mending. They're coming, as I said, they have experienced so much uncomfortableness and pain and challenging times recently, and this has all been really positive experience, even though it's uncomfortable, but he has been mending them and healing the wounds that needed to be healed within them. So so they're feeling much more positive and refreshed and looking at things differently. So this is really good. They are mending. So it's 52, 5 and 2 is 7, which is really positive number as well. 7, very spiritual. Right. Okay, the essential meanings of this card, mending, is forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. So yeah, that's exactly what I've said. So they're healing, and they're, a lot of forgiveness is taking place within your Divine Masculine for himself and situations and things he's experienced before, and it could be something to do with you as well, looking at things differently and finding forgiveness in this situation that he's been experiencing with you. But I would say more forgiving himself about things that have happened, how he's behaved previously, and he's trying to make amends and really trying to look at things differently and having a different approach with this new energy that he's in. As I said, this new beginning of yours has already started, even though you might not be able to see that in the 3D. But this new beginning has started already, because the Divine Masculines are doing their work and they are feeling different and they're looking at things differently. So let's get the more in-depth message. The Oracle message is: each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentment, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Yeah. So you might be noticing your divine masculine may be communicating with you and coming towards you with a different approach. You can see a difference in how he's behaving, in his communication, or how he's being, because he's releasing toxic negativity of what he's, that's been in him for such a long time. He's actually releasing that, how he thinks about things, how he's feeling. He's just looking at things differently, which is helping him be in a better energy and to look at things differently, and giving him the confidence and the courage to approach you or any situation in his life differently, because he is looking through the eyes of love, and he's mending the wounds within him and letting go of the old hurts and seeing things from having different perception about things. And at the moment the energy is highlighted about perception, and the energy, that you could be experiencing a lot of fear and doubt has been highlighted in the energy at the moment, but it's for a reason, because it's stuff that we need to release. We need to release the fear and the doubt, and to see through the illusions that we're seeing, that's happening in the 3D. So this is really being highlighted at the moment, but he's forgiven himself, and because he's letting himself let go of this toxic, negative energy, negative feelings within him. He's able to look at things differently. He's able to forgive himself, and it's making him free. He's setting himself free, and he's feeling refreshed, so he's having a different approach on this situation. So he's getting rid of, things that could have happened in his childhood, and things that are just going over and over in his head, and he's just not moving forwards. But as you know, if you don't forgive, it doesn't mean to say you forgive. When you forgive somebody, it doesn't mean to say you have to always have a person in your life, or you allow somebody to keep treating you badly. It's about forgiving them and setting healthy boundaries, and sometimes loving and forgiving them from a distance. So this is what your divine masculine's experiencing, and mainly forgiving himself of his behaviours, how he's treated you before, because usually the masculines can do some very hurtful things, because they don't know how to deal with the situation, and because they're so wounded, they're trying to protect themselves, and they're pushing you away because they don't realise their self-worth, and they are actually protecting you from themselves, because they don't want, they feel that they're not good enough for you, so they push you away. So he's forgiving himself for the way he's treated you as well before. Relationship message: you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you want to move forwards. Separate altogether, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself what you would love to do. Only good will come of forgiveness and honest redress. So yeah, he has gone over things in the past, and he's just looking at things differently, and forgiving himself and giving himself a break about it, and just realising that it was meant to happen like that. He wasn't, and but he's not a bad person. He's not an evil person. There was a reason for this behaviour, and he's just allowing it. He's allowing himself to move on from it, instead of going over the same thing over and over again and feeling bad and having that toxic energy within him. He's releasing it, getting rid of it, and realising he doesn't have to feel bad anymore. You have to move past it, and you have to make peace so you can move on. Otherwise, you can't move forwards, and you won't experience all the wonderful things that are sitting there waiting for you to receive. So you could be experiencing this as well, where you're really having to things may be coming up where you're reliving things that have happened between you and your masculine, and you're trying to find forgiveness in the situation or how the divine masculine has behaved in the past. You're trying to find forgiveness and making peace with that situation. So this is really healing, and this is amazing. And as I said, your divine masculine could be approaching you differently, coming towards you differently, and thinking about, if he's not actually doing nothing in the 3D, thinking about how to come or approach this situation towards you differently, in a much more loving way, because the divine masculine's heart chakras are open and they are feeling this intense, powerful love for you, and they want so much to be able to show you. So this is absolutely amazing. Absolutely chuffed with that card. I hope it resonates with you and you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to get a Moonology card as well for today, because I love these cards. They're really powerful. Let's give them a shuffle. But this is all good, all movement forwards again. A really good energy they're experiencing, divine masculines, at the moment. Let's see what else is going to come out. What else is going on in divine masculines energy, and how are you protecting and guiding divine masculines at the moment? How are they feeling right at this moment? The end of a tough cycle approaches, yeah. So they've come, and I can't believe the cards that come out. I don't really have to say much, really, because all the cards just say, oh, he's mending, and through the experience of feeling uncomfortable in this tough cycle, he's mending and trying to find forgiveness within himself and others around him. And the card of Moonology that's come out is the end of a tough cycle. Yes, he's approaching the end of a really tough cycle, and he's feeling so much more refreshed and looking at things differently. It has been tough and uncomfortable and painful, but this is really good because it is coming to an end. We know this by what's been happening recently in the readings. So this is full moon in Capricorn as well. So let's have a look. Okay, the message is, how hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you're wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of the rough time is a forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are, or whether you are prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritise it more. So yeah, the things are coming to an end, and if there's things that he's struggling with in his career or to do with whatever job he's doing at the moment, it is coming to a head, and it is the right time to make a change and make a decision to actually go forwards with the dreams that he's wanting to do with his life, in his career, job, and other things. And obviously the situation with you, this is a really good time because he's looking at things differently. The teaching of this card is the full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy, and will be more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation, and this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is far better use of your time, yeah. So this has been coming up a lot recently, where divine masculines are feeling like they are working towards their future, to do with their job, or long-term career that they're wanting, that they wanted to do, that they love, about looking at that differently, believing in their dreams and knowing that it can work out if you have the right attitude towards it, and this is how he's working towards things with you. He's about putting plans into place, thinking about how to mend things with you, how he's mending things within himself, how he's going to mend things with you, how he's going to approach this, because he's feeling differently towards the situation and feeling more loving, and just this new shift, this big shift that's happened, and like reborn, you know, fresh, new beginning. And the new beginning, as I keep saying, has already happened. So this is amazing. I'm going to see what energy he's in today and how he's feeling towards you. So again, this movement forward and so much positive energy Divine Masculine is experiencing. Yeah, he's feeling ready to actually put a plan in place and feeling more ready to come towards you and be different. How he really wants to be more himself, show you who he really is, instead of putting a mask up, and the mask is gradually coming down, and for him to be himself and to share his love, because he has so much love in his heart and he wants to share it with you. So he's feeling ready, more ready to do it. He's working towards it. See what else comes out. Positive, there you go. He's in a much more positive energy about this situation, about his life, about how he feels about you. Instead of feeling like all these obstacles and challenges and there's no solution to this, he knows that there's solutions, and he's ready to put the work in to work through the challenges and obstacles. And the challenges and obstacles are just illusions anyway, what we think that are a problem or complication. But because he's changing his mindset and looking at things, and he has a different perception on life and this relationship with you, he realises that there is a solution. He's feeling more positive and he's seeing results. God is probably putting things in place, signs and things, and where he's noticing, because he's more conscious, he's actually realising, and things that he's experiencing is showing him and guiding him on the right path, and he's being rewarded by that. So he's feeling more positive and more confident about changing things in his life and making plans. So he's ready. He's feeling more ready and positive. Right, so what would he like to communicate if he had the chance in the 3D, or he might be already communicating with you? And what's he actually saying in the 5D? Let's have a look. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't tell you the truth, yeah. And that's really relevant to this reading, so because he's learning to forgive himself because he didn't tell you the truth. He's working through that. So he's sorry that he hasn't told you the truth, and he's preparing himself to tell you the truth. He's feeling more ready to do that and more positive. What else is going to come out today? What else did he communicate? Let's see. I loved you from the very first moment. God connected us again. How sweet. So that's what he would say to you. He's thinking about when you first met and how it made him feel, and he knows that he loved you from the very first moment you were connected together, and when God put that in place. So that's really sweet and beautiful. So he's still in this beautiful loving energy, and he does want to share it with you. So this is really positive. I hope you're excited and uplifted. I'm going to get a card for the person that's watching now to bring forth your beautiful divine inner spirit. So I'm going to start shuffling. What is the message for the person that's watching today? What's the message today for the person that's watching? What do they need to know to help them stay focused and strong? wake up. Okay. You've been so caught up in dramas of life, you've forgotten who you are and what you're about. The action to take, be aware of all the current situations and dramas in your life. Do not give too much attention to them. Instead, focus on your attention on your desires in life and where you're going and what you're about. And the affirmation you can say to yourself is, I fully awaken the divine spirit within me. Yeah. So as I said earlier, you could be experiencing a lot of doubt and fear in the 3D at the moment. That has been really highlighted for everybody. This is the energy at the moment. And it's about seeing through these illusions of what you're experiencing, and just to keep believing and trusting and knowing that you're protected and safe, and God is always keeping you safe. And these are just tests and things that you experience if you're being triggered left, right and centre. That is what the energy is. It is a triggering energy where you just have to see through that. And it's about you learning and going within to have compassion, more understanding and forgiveness, and and to just know that there is nothing to worry about and everything always works out for you. So try and wake up to, you know, rise above this. If you're experiencing something that's triggering you or making you feel uncomfortable, focus, go within, connect with God and ask for help, and just to be more conscious and stay in the present moment, not to think too far ahead or worrying about how you're going to solve this situation or why this is happening, or just don't question it. Just always know that everything is going to work out for you, and you've always been protected and you're loved. And try not to get caught up in the dramas and spend too much energy, giving too much energy to the negative situation, whatever your experience is, however this resonates to you. Don't fall for it. Just try and don't take it personally, and see beyond that, see through this, see through the illusion. And that's what I try and do, because we all do experience lots of things all the time that test us, but we have to always know, well, why has this affected me? Why am I feeling like this? What am I going to learn from this? Please help me, God. And God's angels, you know, that's how I deal with it. So I hope that's helped you today, and always remember just to stay focused on yourself. Keep believing in yourself, because even though you've been drawn to watch this video because it's a masculine reading, you know yourself, this journey isn't about your divine masculine. Your divine masculine is the bonus, but this journey is about you and your spiritual journey, and about you growing and knowing your self-worth, and just getting stronger and stronger, and just full of light and shining on the world. You know, this is what it's about. And it's about you knowing how wonderful and beautiful you are and how powerful you are, and for you to feel whole without anything external, and just trusting and having faith. And then when you feel this way and you deal with the wounds and things within you, and you're feeling better about yourself and knowing yourself, this is when your divine masculine does come back to you, because the energy, you know, because you're one soul, so he will feel that shift, and he is feeling that shift. Divine masculines are feeling the shift because the divine feminines have done so much inner work, and this is why they're progressing so beautifully. And the end goal isn't divine masculine, they're just the bonus. I know that we will think that because we just want the divine masculines to come back, but they are just the bonus. The most important thing from this journey is for you to feel zen. This journey is about for you to find inner peace, and to know your worth, and to love yourself, and to be connected to God's love, and to feel safe and protected. So, and that's when you will feel freedom, and when you can feel that without your divine masculine being physically in your life and other things, when you can feel that without anything external to you, that's when your divine masculine will come back to you. That's how it works. But the focus has to be on you. So what an amazing reading, and I hope you've enjoyed it and it resonates to you and you understand how I channeled this today. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you liked it. And if you would like to support my channel and donate into my PayPal, I would be so very grateful and very excited. So thank you. I'm always thinking about you guys. Stay focused on sending my love, support, strength and light to you all, and I love you all very much. Take care. Bye.
Oh, what's your soul saying?